Blue Devils have been the most dominant team in the big dance. Does Houston have the formula and the style to knock off Duke? We're underway in San Antonio National Semifinal number 2.
Right eagle. Grand Hill. Duke goes a little bit of it. Automatic switching.
Houston likes to go to Roberts to start the game.
Roberts misses it short, but the ball was tipped out of bounds. Roberts, in his 6th year, senior leader, highly experienced, was part of the last Houston Final Four team.
And a culture warrior for Kelvin Sampson.
The physicality is important. Can Duke match it? And also the officiating. How do they call it?
Cryer gives it up, gets it back, shot clock down to 5. Turns the corner on Proctor. Shot clock down to 2. From the corner, it's too much from Uzan.
A nice relocation. Uzan. They have a little mix-up on the call.
Not sure who the ball went off of. I think it's Houston's ball, but once again, blocking out defensively is going to be a must for Duke. Houston so good on the offensive glass.
Shot clock they're questioning now.
That's the issue, whether or not that ball did hit the rim. So it is now a timing issue, and the ball was knocked off of James last touch. They put .3 on the shot clock.
Be interesting to see what they would do with Malawach as the game goes on, too. Would they lift him, get him away from protecting that rim, Grant?
Uzan will toss it in, opening possession. It's a tip guide situation, toss, and it's a shot clock violation. Turnover right out of the gate.
And you're right, though, with Malawach. He's so good on the interior, but Houston doesn't shoot a lot of baskets at the rim. Three-pointers, mid-range shots, and a lot of isolation basketball.
Nipple very busy without the basketball.
Zion James, one of the transfers on this Duke squad. He's
Nice
been so steady. Flag gets his first touch, and that ball was tipped by Tugler. Malawach couldn't grab it, and Tugler is down.
Hurt his ankle a little bit. What a block by Tugler.
He is amazing. His recovery. Banging on the dribble.
Emmanuel Sharp is going to go to the free throw line. Joseph Tugler is the nation's top defensive player. He won the Lefty Drizel Award. The left ankle on the landing right there.
Ooh. It's going to come out of the game right now. Kelvin Sampson. Have him checked on. Looked like he's moving okay. Certainly a scary moment.
He has great length. He's got a 7'6" wingspan. The man replacing him, Javier Francis, not quite, 7'5" wingspan. It's not a bad trade-off.
Shed comes to mind, doesn't it, in a sense? Key player.
Last year in the Sweet 16 game, when Shed went down with the ankle injury, that changed everything. Deep one, Sharp, no good. Rebounded by Roberts. Reload, Cryer. He's got it, a 3.
And Raph, because Duke likes to switch, you have a smaller guy on Jawan Roberts, and that's what Houston does, crashing the offensive glass, getting second chance opportunities.
L.J. Cryer won a national championship with Baylor, coming off the bench. Flag makes his move. Stop. There was a wall there. Knipple now on the drive. Leans in. Doesn't get the roll, but he is going to the free throw line.
And that's the one thing you have to do against this team. So use the dribble drive. Pretty impressive. And this is this mismatch you said on the switch.
Well, I like too. They get the offensive rebound and they quickly look for their shooters. All 3 of their perimeter guys shooting 40% or more from the three-point line.
And Francis, the man who came in to replace Tugler, picks up the foul. So Knipple at the stripe. He shoots it at 92%, just part of this incredible freshman class for Duke.
He's so good without the ball. Just watch him using screens. Knows how to cut, curl. Nice give back the flag that last trip.
Knipple has put up big numbers last couple of rounds. 21 points in the victory over the 2 seed in the East, Alabama. Lead 8 in Newark, New Jersey.
Francis screens, rescreens, keeps busy. Not as big an offensive threat, but an offensive rebounder.
Francis looking to move it to Uzan, the transfer from Oklahoma. 9 to shoot. Over Knipple, off the rim.
Nice rebound. They chase with the best.
And it's Roberts who clears for Cryer. Cryer, the sweeping move, comes up short. Gang rebounding, and last touch by Houston.
And this season in 12, as you see Tugler trying to stay warm on the bike with that ankle injury, but this season, 10 games, Duke has been giving up 10 offensive rebounds or more. They've won those games. But against Houston,
you're not going to get away with it.
Not going to get away with it.
Houston already has 4 offensive rebounds. 2.5 minutes gone by. Flag to the cup. Tip in. Doesn't go for Malawach. And knocked over to Uzan.
Looked like maybe offensive goaltending.
Houston on the move. Sharp spin to the rim. Banker, no.
Look at this kid chase.
Roberts grabs it and clears.
Unbelievable.
5 offensive rebounds for the Cougars.
The opportunities he gives his team, night in and night out.
Milo's Uzan, the bounce. Roberts works his way in. Can't get it to drop. Flag the board.
This is where he is effective. Rebound, push, fine.
Jumper, James, too strong. Cleared by Francis.
And Raph, Houston wants to play slow. They want to be methodical, deliberate with their offensive attack. Not afraid to get low in the shot clock with the 3 perimeter players that they have.
Houston has 34 wins this season, a single season record for the Cougars program. Cryer,
tough shot.
Can't hit the 3.
But a big challenge. The size prevailed.
Proctor will loop it for Flag. Help comes on a double, but 2 guards.
Proctor has not had a look yet.
Flag back in, flip too high for Malawach.
And right idea, the double team came, just could not execute.
Cryer zigzags. Sharp draws the foul. From cheering to celebrating, fan work is thirsty work. Crack open a refreshing Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever?
You mentioned Houston not wanting to run. They get in their stuff and they're quick when they run it.
Yes.
Cut quick, screen quick.
Don't you think it's an early taste of the way Houston envisioned this game going? Offensive rebound, make life really difficult on Duke. The things that they normally can do on offense, they're thrown off their game.
They inflict pain mentally and physically.
They do.
I mean, just a warm up to get ready. You can't envision and duplicate in practice.
Terrence Arsenault in. Jawan Roberts is going to take a seat at the 16:09 mark. Changes here for Duke. Caleb Foster seeing his first action. And Patrick Gungba, who has come on strong of late, will man the middle for Duke.
He passes well, too.
Yes.
In those sets.
And another change here for Houston. Malik Wilson checks in, replacing Emmanuel Sharp.
Well, you mentioned Foster. He started early in the year. He gets solid minutes. Makes some threes as well.
Houston has a smaller defender on Flag. Arsenault.
Swing it, Nipple, put it on the board, a 3.
And the help was there on Cooper on that potential roll. Great decision by Foster finding Knipple. You cannot leave Knipple open.
And it's his activity that got him free on the far side.
He shoots it at 41% from downtown.
Look at this hustle.
Oh, what a play defensively. The step in by Flag. Foster bullies his way to the rim. Can't get the banker. And the long rebound. Flag goes down to get it. Trying to save it. Break opportunity. Taking it in is Wilson for 2.
And this is Houston Cougar basketball. They want to muck the game up, make it ugly. And wow.
You've got to compete. No question about it.
6'5" Cougars. Knipple from the other side. Off the rim.
Again, he can separate with the best of them.
Get it ahead for Wilson. Played at Texas Tech and Louisiana.
Confident
off one leg. Doesn't go.
Confident offensive player, Bird.
Foster will push.
Can hit a floater, get in the lane.
Slow it down here. Half court set. Knipple.
First time they ran the stagger.
Flag. 3. Bottom.
And that's the part of the game where he has improved since January. 42% from the 3-point line. And a timely bucket from Mr. Flag.
The AP Player of the Year, Cooper Flag. 8-6 Blue Devils. Uzan has been such a huge key. They returned 80% of their scoring from last year's team to this year's team. Uzan, the big difference. Uzan, the floater, in and out. Rebound, Foster. They're going to push the pace.
Watch the trail guy.
And now he waits for his teammates down the floor. Proctor floated up and in.
They hug him for the jumper, take that away, run him off the line. Kid's had a really solid year.
Great year and a great tournament.
Kelvin Sampson had high praise for Tyrese Proctor. He kept going back to him when we were mentioning other players. That's how much respect he has for his game. Cryer on the perimeter. He gets the big, now switch back. Step back. It goes. He bangs it in.
And that's the part of the game for L.J. Cryer where he's improved. He was a shooter before, more comfortable now off the bounce. Tough shot, but the positional length defensively of Duke can cause problems to that perimeter of Houston.
And Kelvin Sampson told us he's willing to take contested shots. He wasn't willing to do that previously.
He wants them to.
Here's flag for Proctor.
Nice, they really go after, blitz that ball screen.
Fleck trying to make it happen and cannot. He misses from the outside. The rebound knocked over to Uzan. 7 minutes gone by in this first half. 2-point lead for Duke.
They can exhaust you with the pressure and the physicality.
Cryer, step back Jay, in and out. Rebounded by Foster for the Blue Devils. Flag turns on the Jets, takes it in for the chair.
What a read, though. He knew there were all guards up there, Grant.
Oh, it's one thing to read it. It's another thing to be able to do it.
Accomplish
it was a
it,
fantastic
yeah.
move.
Good point.
Oh.
12-8 Duke. Uzan gets with the first wave, but misses on the jump shot, and it's grabbed by Flag. Houston's 3 of 15 from the field. Settle in with Gungba. Backdoor
Nice
cut. Nipple with the finish.
And that's what happens when they lift the big two. Talk about passing and vision and the ability to step and go. Knipple.
Kelvin Sampson just got very animated as Uzan was making his way down the floor. 9-2 run for Duke. Cryer takes it in, makes the adjustment, draws the foul on Gungba.
Didn't have to foul, really, just go up big, right?
Yeah, nice read, maybe a better move. That's special right there. And great passing by the big fella, Duke, in control.
Oh, hello, friend.
Speaking of the Masters, right?
That is Jim Nance wearing his lucky sweatshirt. He said Houston is undefeated in that sweatshirt. And that is Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski. Grant Hill genuflected earlier as Coach K walked by.
As he should, as he should. Has he lost in that shirt either?
That's an undefeated quarter zip.
I was trying to get Raph to do the same, but
Yeah, no, Raph didn't do it.
Well, you have great memories, huh? The
Wonderful
success you
memories.
guys had?
With Coach K or Jim?
Both. Both. He liked working with a real pro.
Oh, I know, Raph. 14-8, Duke in front. And free throws here for L.J. Cryer.
Automatic at 91.
And we got the timeout in between free throws. So more action to come from San Antonio and more witty banter. Moments ago, Tracy with Duke head man John Shire.
Coach, you told us yesterday you have to match their physicality and rebound the basketball. How would you assess, have you done that so far?
I think we've done all right so far. I mean, we gave up a few early, and the thing is, they're going to get a couple. You have to continue to play. So they got their first one that way. I thought we did a better job after that.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thanks, sir.
John Shire, he was asked about Coach K. He said he's given me room to be myself. And when he's around the guys, you can feel the gravity. But he talks me through different moments, different situations. I just want him to be proud when he watches our team play.
What do you mean by gravity? Like sadness?
No. And he brings a presence, an aura.
To John's comment, 5 offensive rebounds. You must sustain it against this Houston team.
well, Houston had
Check them out.
They had Roberts and Tugler on the bench. Now they're back. The two of them, two of the best on the offensive glass.
Backdoor, and threading the needle. It was Malik Brown with the feed. He gets it back. The transfer from Syracuse.
Gillis on the floor, too. Another shooter. Just, nice
Diagonal, that was dangerous. Roberts picks it off and couldn't finish it. The rebound controlled by Mason Gillis, the transfer from Purdue, and a foul.
And first of all, great defense. Roberts in the passing lane right there. I think Proctor did a good job swiping by him Roberts unable to convert there. A foul now. A little sloppy to start offensively for both teams. We'll see who'll settle in.
Foul on Uzan, and the drive there by Foster. Contact.
And look at the open middle now. This is a delight for guards and perimeter people. Great read on the bounce.
Our officiating crew: Keith Kimball, James Breeding, Doug Shows. 7th Final Four for Kimball, 4th Final Four for Breeding, 6th Final Four for Shows.
I'll tell you what, I like the chess match here with these coaches. Shire went small, bringing in Brown and Gillis here now to give him a different look.
That's the second foul on Uzan, so he is headed to the bench. 0 of 4, no points, and replaced by Malik Wilson, the grad student.
Uzan's had a great year, too. He pops out and get ready for their games.
Ball popped in the air, and it's controlled. Knippel in the right spot and gets the bucket. 16-9, Duke. That's the first offensive rebound of the night for the Blue Devils.
This is where you got to go to Roberts, I think.
I think so.
Like, you got the mismatch weight-wise.
Currently defended by Malik Brown at 6'9", 222. Turnover and a foul to boot on Tugler.
And Raph, this small lineup for Duke, scrappy. You see them on the offensive glass on that free throw, leading to that Knippel right here. Brown's activity, tipping it out. Knippel playing off 2 feet. And then once again, forcing a turnover. Gillis causing a foul on Tugler. So nice adjustments here by John Shire.
It's an 11-3 run. We got a timeout. Duke leads Houston by 7. First half action. You know, Knippel is playing in the Final Four, but he was a fan. And this was at the 2015 national title game. Look at the photo bomb in the background. That's Mike Krzyzewski.
He doesn't give the kid a moment to enjoy.
Well,
he's got his game face on. You know?
Keep in mind, Knippel was wearing a Wisconsin jersey, so I'm not sure Coach K was looking over there.
Oh, so he was cheering against Duke.
Probably.
And typical Knippel, he was free.
Yes. 16-9, Blue Devils.
Love his activity, though, without the ball. And strength, too. Somebody's got to cut and be available.
8 to shoot. Brown, swing it. Foster, shot clock winding down. Foster, the hard drive, stops and missed it with the left hand. Brown is there for the loose change.
Through the 2. Nice finish. Cleanup.
Check in with Tracy.
You guys were talking about Knippel, and he comes from a basketball family, but he wasn't always into basketball. His mom was the all-time leading scorer at Wisconsin Green Bay, and his mom's response was, you know what, that's not going to work. She went out, she bought him a Wii, NBA Jam, and he became obsessed. And I can hear my kids now, by the way. See, Mom, playing video games works.
I agree.
Nice play defensively.
Roberts off of him, out of bounds. Houston is out of sorts.
Brown, huh? His activity.
Well, and he was hurt for a while with that bad shoulder, but defensively, I mean, he is so versatile down there on the block, guarding Roberts. He can switch out, guard smaller guards, and right now, no scoring from Kelvin Sampson in the Cougars.
Remember, Houston gave up 15 points in the entire first half last week against Tennessee. They've already allowed Duke to score 18 with 9:35 remaining.
And flag resting, too.
Knippel makes his move. Contact. Too strong. Rebounded by Gillis. Clear it. Proctor rims out on a 3. Tracked down by Knippel. Another reload. Proctor takes it in, flips it up. No. And it's taken by Roberts. Sharp trying to get something going here for the Cougars.
Nice help. Gillis reached in, though.
It is Gillis with the foul. So Mason Gillis, who played in the national championship game last year for Purdue, gets called on the foul. We're going to get a hockey line change here for Duke.
Well, I think it just shows the depth of this Blue Devils team here. This lineup that had been out there, the intensity, the multiple efforts, the defense, incredible. And now you come back with almost your starting lineup there with great length. So what a luxury for Coach Shire.
They matched and exceeded the energy in the way of Houston right now.
Isaiah Evans in the game for Duke, another talented freshman. The return of Malawach, Flagg, and James. Arsenault back in for Houston.
Got a mismatch. James trying to guard Roberts. It's a low block. They can't find him.
Stop and go. Tough shot. Missed it. Grabbed by Roberts. Denied. And a foul call. They want the goaltending as well.
And Grant, you said earlier, same thing on the switch. They had the small on big, almost an offensive rebound opportunity.
Well, it's tough. James is trying to front inside on Roberts, but when the ball goes up, Roberts had inside position, able to get the offensive rebound, and Houston was calling for a goaltending, but was not one.
So they got the foul on James. It sends Roberts to the free throw line where he shoots it at 62%.
And Grant, during the Olympics, you saw Malawatch, right?
I did. Played for South Sudan, played very well. And this kid has so much upside. You've seen the improvement this season, gaining confidence on the offensive end, a lob threat, and step out and shoot some threes.
Developed his skills at NBA Academy Africa. Meanwhile, Jawan Roberts, originally from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, then high school in Killeen, Texas. Cryer has scored 6 of Houston's 10 points. The Cougars are down by 8 to Duke. James,
nice kick back. Ooh, he had it.
Flag. Spin.
Nice pass.
Malawatch inside. It's blocked by Tugler.
Whew. High-level competition.
Get it ahead for Cryer. We're down to 8:25 to play. First half. Sharp.
Wow.
Got a three.
And that was deep to get on the board. That's what we're talking about on the open. They have outside guys that can drill them.
That's been the biggest difference this iteration of Kelvin Sampson's Houston team. Gillis can't answer.
Tough catch and shoot.
Cryer up the floor in a hurry. Kick it. Corner. 3-ball does not go for Arsenault. Track down Cryer. He got down low to get it. Feed it.
Hustle.
Roberts. One-on-one with Flag. Experience against youth. Experience wins.
And strength and power.
And patience.
Yeah.
And Houston chipping their way right back into it. 18-15 Duke, a timeout taken. That is 7 offensive rebounds for the Cougars and a 6-0 run.
And Sharp showing that range. Inside Roberts getting it done. The defense stepping up. Houston back in it.
During the timeout, Tracy caught up with Houston head coach Kelvin Sampson.
You got something going there, but some struggles offensively. What is Duke doing to get you out of rhythm?
Well, they're really good defensively. We're trying to get go at some matches that we like, matchups that we like. We got some guys playing uncharacteristically tight, but you got to stay with your guys. I mean, I've been with them all year. We're going to keep going at it and stay where we are. It's a long game. Just because we get down early means nothing to us. We've been here before.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
And he's right. The difference this season, Houston, we talked about the winning streak. We talked about all the winning they've done. They've been in some battles. Duke has not.
No.
They do not play in a whole lot of close games.
And that was a concern with Duke going into the tournament. Not tested a whole lot the last 6 weeks of the regular season.
And Houston without Milo Uzan, that's been critical too. Point leader.
James faked on the pass to Malawatch, keep it on the perimeter. Now it's Flag with 9 to shoot. James sets the screen.
They are tough late. Nice slip.
They converge defensively, and James can't get it to go with the offhand.
Nice look, though.
There's Cryer. He can handle the point guard duties in place of Uzan. He's done that before.
And Flag can play big or small.
We're going to try to post up Tugler here with the smaller James on him.
Now he vacates the area. Cryer with 10 on the timer. Feed it. Roberts puts his head down and missed it.
Look at the hustle.
Rebounded by Arsenault. Circles, and it's blocked by Flag.
Does a lot of things. Defers on offense, too. Not selfish.
Does everything.
It does everything.
And he does everything well.
Yeah.
Duke up by 3. Flag back in on the smaller Cryer. Shows it. And misses it from the outside. Knipple touches it last. Out of bounds.
I thought good defense there by Cryer. Flag trying to back him down, get into the paint. He had the mismatch. Cryer fought him, forced him into a tough fadeaway.
Duke is 7 of 21 from the field. That's 33%. This is a team that shoots it at 50% from the field this season.
Can't put your head down when you play this Houston team, though. Just a relentless defense. Just take good shots.
Fake the handoff initially. Now Sharpie draws the big Malawatch, and he's got great length.
Nice
and a step in by James. He got in front of Roberts.
Oh, what great defense. What a nice scheme.
James will send it to Knipple. It's 18-15 Blue Devils. Under 6 minutes to go first half. Flag, the cutter, Malawatch! Big finish and a foul!
How about the dive and then the find by Flag? All set up by great defense at the other end. The ability here, and what a nice read. Again, good deployment and real good hands. He may have fumbled that last one, right?
Well, Raf, first of all, Houston, they like to double and blitz ball screens, but Malawatch slipping that right there. Tugler caught out on the perimeter. Great pass, catch, and finish.
Malawatch shoots it at 76%. Sharp picks up the foul. The numbers in the NCAA tournament, he's shooting 87% from the field because of a whole lot of shots like the one we just saw.
Exactly.
Gets the three-point play. Duke extends its lead. And they'll make a substitution here with Caleb Foster in, replacing Sion James.
And, Raf, you have to give credit to Houston here with Uzan out with those 2 fouls. They're staying attached.
Trying to.
They are trying.
A little doubling of the ball screen here by Duke. Great impact, too.
Malik Brown returns for Duke, so he's matched up with Roberts right now. Extended minutes for Wilson because of the foul trouble on Uzan.
Nice help and recover.
Swing it. Arsenault. Pull up pop. Air ball. Caught by Wilson. Shot clock is down to 5.
Nice
Roberts
hands.
rip away by Brown, and it's out of bounds off of the Cougars.
And Raf, the defense there from Brown. Great show on the screen and roll. Then he got back, got his hands in there. That left arm. Know the shoulder hurts, didn't mind getting in there. And
the ball rolled all the way over to us. Raf scooped it up and
Being a
handed
team
it.
player.
he's unselfish. I like that.
Handed it right to you.
Nice curl again for a good look.
Oh, the banker goes. It's Tyrese Proctor off the window.
They may get him going. He is a heck of a shooter.
And Duke is up by 8.
Now with Sharp out and Uzan, who's going to score for Houston?
And who's going to run the show? Pryor's trying to.
Wilson.
This time Wilson.
Spin. And that's off the mark.
Look at the block out there by Foster on Tugler.
They're matching it. That was the key to all of us.
He got ridden off the play because of Foster's physical play right there.
Pretty impressive thus far. Age, strength, commitment to defense. You got to match it. Duke has thus far.
And Sharp is back in. I think what you guys were thinking and saying hit Kelvin Sampson. I need somebody to score. Duke trying to bring this lead to double figures.
They run those blur screens, re-screens. Knipple always busy.
Foster, it's blocked, and it's Javier Francis who gets a piece in the paint.
Forcing Cryer to really run the point, which impacts his shooting.
Nearly 4 minutes without a point. Cryer goes down. The jumper doesn't go for Sharp.
Oh, something. No, he's all right.
Foster is grabbing at that left eye. Might have been a poke. But Houston is going ice cold. Flag. Stop and go.
Nice look.
Proctor, extra. Knipple, shooting practice. He's got it.
Boy, ball movement. They get the puppies organized. Knipple has had a big impact this half.
12 points to lead all scorers, and now Duke is up by 11. This is an 8-0 burst for the Blue Devils. Cryer trying to make something happen against Proctor.
Again, rudderless, really.
Roberts
nice spin out.
Drops down, and strong move as he throws it down hard.
I don't know why you're guarding him that tough, that far. That's not his game.
Well, he tried to deny him from getting the ball, but once he gets it, back up a little bit.
Right.
Swing it, flag. He's one-on-one with Roberts. Flag. Head and shoulder fake. Flag.
Nice pass.
Drops it inside for Brown. A perfect dime.
Great player.
Right there.
Anybody questions that kid?
And Tugler went to double team on that drive, but as you said, makes the right read. Cooper.
Duke has 11 field goals. They have 8 assists. We have under 3 minutes to go in this first half. Bounce it.
Pass. The spin.
It doesn't go for Francis, but he is going to shoot a pair. Timeout.
Right there, the little swing. You can't leave Knipple in the corner. Duke, great awareness, and Roberts, the spin and the finish. Wow.
Time right now for our Capital One game summary. 9 offensive rebounds for Houston. Early scoring line, but it's not hurting Duke that much because they've limited their turnovers just 2, and Knipple 12 points. Here at the Alamo Dome, and wow, look who's here. The Capital One bank guy himself. He's got a pretty good looking jump shot.
Pretty good seat.
Not bad. He must know somebody.
He can afford it. They silently, by the way, look at Flag. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks.
And guys, Uzan is back in the game for Houston. No points, 0 of 4 from the field for Milos Uzan. Second free throw coming for Javier Francis, 71% shooter, senior from New Orleans. Send it to Tracy.
Kelvin Sampson extremely frustrated in that timeout. He said discipline and IQ over and over again. He said we're out of sorts. He said you need to make them work for every shot.
And right now Duke has a 28-19 advantage over Houston.
Oh, I thought he could have taken him with that ISO, Grant.
Flag one-on-one with Roberts. Flag the drive, and Flag could not bank it in. Malowacz keeps it alive. Somehow it ends up in Flag's hand, and it goes! And the foul, Cooper Flag, full mast.
Willie Mosconi spin on the release. But they are competing. Malowacz is the one that kept it alive. And then the fin. How about the juice on this one?
Well, and the contact to the face there, but the concentration. Flag, little spin there, kiss off the glass, and both teams scrapping, leading to that 3-point play opportunity for Cooper Flag.
Heavyweight, 2 heavyweights.
Foul called on Francis, and Flag completes the 3-point play. His parents in attendance. His mom, Kelly, played basketball at Maine. Dad, Ralph, played at Eastern Maine Community College. His twin brother, Ace, will be playing at Maine. 31-19, Duke. Uzan trying to get involved here.
Malowacz with a great job, even if that goes down.
He sticks the triple.
And that was a timely bucket there for Cryer, moving without the ball to the corner. Tough shot, contested.
Cryer's got 9 points. That leads the Cougars. Lob it up. Malowacz ends up on his backside because of a shove from Tugler.
With a nice hesitation with the dribble at 5.
Coming up, AT&T at the half. EJ and the rest of the crew. First half analysis. Look back at how Florida advanced to Monday night's national championship game. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half. That is number 2 on JoJo Tugler.
And the luxury that Duke has, when you turn the corner, if the big helps at all, they just throw it up to the rim there to Malowacz. What a target at the rim.
Top of the glass for him.
Duke had 46 alley-oop dunks this season. And certainly Malowacz, the primary target.
That matched your year.
Malowacz, who has a 9-foot 8-inch standing reach. Legit rim protector. And as good a lob threat as you're going to find. 32-22. Duke, a minute 20 to play in this first half.
They really are communicating well on this end, Duke.
Uzan lines it up, knocks it down. It's a 3.
And he has shot the 3 ball very well here during the tournament. You see right away, he comes back in the game, he gets Cryer a corner three and knocks down one himself.
62 for the year.
And his first points of the night. We are under a minute to play in this first half. Flag, fend off. Roberts getting physical. Flag one-on-one. Big
Nice
slide
cut.
dish. Malowacz draws the foul. That's Flag continuing to force his way towards the rim to create some opportunities for others.
Well, first of all, on the other end, Uzan right there is able to knock down that three, staying aggressive offensively. And you called it, Ian. Flag defense, the physicality of Roberts, but he's driving knowing he's going to draw the help. He has a great chemistry there on the interior, finding Malowacz there in the paint.
So Malowacz back to the free throw line. Raph, at some point, do you want to mention Minnesota Fats? You already mentioned Willie Mosconi. Nobody understood who that was.
I understand how good this kid is, though. A little flag fine. Boy, he kept that dribble alive as well.
And it's lucky that's not on Tugler right there. He reached in as well. He's got 2 fouls.
Jackie Gleason played the part of that.
Very good, very good. That's the last film you saw.
Anything from 1950 backwards, I'm good.
You're great. You're great. Trivial Pursuit, you can nail it. Duke 34, Houston 25, 46.2 on the clock. Brown checks back in, and he has given them quality minutes. Malowacz takes a seat. Milos Uzan, the Las Vegas native.
Good closeout.
Now it's Cryer. His jump shot is pure.
3 possessions in a row, 3 3-pointers for Houston.
And they've cut it to 6. The shot clock is off. Somebody's going to have to put the ball in play here. 20 seconds left. Doug Shaw started counting. Duke has gone over 11 minutes without a turnover. So this has been crisp basketball from Duke.
Little blur screen and pop. Good
Swing it.
look.
Proctor off the rim. Rebound. Brown was trying to grab it. There's only .2 on the clock.
And Duke got the play they
Well,
wanted.
they sure did.
Proctor slipped the screen. Wide open, just could not make it.
First half complete. Duke is not used to trailing at all, and they're experiencing the same thing here tonight. They came into this game having trailed in the tournament for just 5 minutes and 41 seconds total. They lead it by 6.
I think they've answered the question, though. The physicality, and they can compete on this level.
They can't compete, but Houston has to feel good. This is their pace. They didn't shoot the ball well in stretches, but they finished the half strong.
Over to Tracy.
Thanks a lot, Con. 12 points for you in that first half, but how have you guys been able to be successful against this top defense?
Well, I mean, we were taking away their 3-pointers until the last 2 minutes of the half. We got to be better on the defensive rebounds as well, so we'll look to get better in the second half.
What do you think the message from coach is going to be?
Yeah, probably get up on the shooters. Don't give them easy ones. Walk in threes.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Con Knippel is locked in. Milwaukee, Wisconsin's own Knippel. End of the first half. With the score, 34-28, Duke over Houston. We'll send you to AT&T at the half coming up after these messages. Let's check in with Tracy.
Coming out of half, Kelvin Sampson saying we played our worst half of basketball. We're only down 6. He said the stage might have been too big at the start, but we settled down. We made a run. He said we need to keep Uzan on the court, though. We can't win without him. John Shire saying we gave them life with those threes. Other than that, we love the defensive effort. We can't give them gifts. We will win this one based on defense and rebounding.
And you think about what it took for Houston to get here. They beat a 16, an 8, a 4, and a 1. First 1 seed to do that since UNC in 2017. Slammed down, Malowacz.
Like a goaltending by Tugler.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
But smart play by Flag, too. He had the size differential. Could take advantage.
So count it for Cooper Flag. He's got 10 points.
And also he's drawing 2, even though if they didn't have the goaltender, the follow-up.
36-28, Blue Devils. First minute of play, second half here in San Antonio. Winner goes to the national title game to meet Florida.
They do a nice job on that stagger.
Sharp, feed it down low. The back in, Tugler against Proctor, and a foul called against the Duke guard.
And I like that play starting the second half for Houston. A little double rip screen to get Roberts in the block. They had to switch. Roberts had a Proctor on him in a mismatch, and all he could do was foul.
Handed off, Cryer. His jump shot.
Wow.
Splash.
Dribble handoff, doesn't need much space, does he?
Not at all.
A little lax on the cover.
15 of Houston's 31 points belong to L.J. Cryer. 36-31 Duke.
Proctor's definitely got to get going.
James defended by Uzan. Malawach will hand it to Flagg. 6 on the timer. Flagg. Oh, he goes down. Flagg recovers, tosses it up. It's short. James could not put it in.
And we've seen Flagg throughout the season slip on the court. But on that play, still able to get the shot off.
Here's Cryer.
Nice roll.
To Roberts. Tugler missed the jam.
I don't know if he got hit on that, Grant.
Looked like some contact.
James.
Boom. How about the extra pass by Flagg? Shortens the floor. Unselfish.
First 3 of the night for Sion James out of Sugar Hill, Georgia. 8-point lead for the Blue Devils. Uzan will try to do it himself and does off the glass.
And that's his game, getting into the paint. He makes those sort of off the wrong foot runners there. So confident with his touch at the rim.
He is very creative, and his left hand is legit. You have to respect it.
And the other thing is Cryer is much more active when he's in the game. Nice slip.
The roll, extra, James with the flush.
How about that dive? The timing, impeccable. The big fellow with an assist, too, Malawach.
They avoided the charge and found his teammate.
And that is 9 assists now for the Blue Devils. They lead by 8. Switch. Switch again. Cryer inside. Back outside. Cryer launches and hits.
And don't close that up for Flagg. Normally he's right there with the hand up.
Well, great awareness by Roberts. He gets the ball and relocates to his teammate, who's hit some couple shots here in the second half.
He's got 18 points, half of Houston's output.
And Houston finding their rhythm here in the second half on the offensive end.
They show 2 defenders to James and back off. Flagg one-on-one with Roberts. Flagg, pull up, off.
Nice hustle, Knippel.
Knippel saves it for Flagg. Swing it to Proctor. Other side. Off the rim.
Well, he's had a couple of good looks.
Malawach tried to get in there to knock it free, and now Houston is on the move.
He makes a couple. Duke's a different team. Proctor, that is.
Uzan one-on-one.
Nice pass.
And it goes through the wickets of Roberts.
A little low, baby. They just have more understanding, Houston, when Houston's on the floor. But how about this dive?
Well, I love that right there. Malawach avoiding the charge and finding the streaking teammate. And Roberts, he gets the post up. He sees that his teammate's open. Unselfish play and pass.
7 turnovers for Houston, just 2 for Duke. Flagg, spin, fake, lefty, good, and a foul.
His high percentage with that left hand is extraordinary.
Yeah, it is. And what they're doing is they're seeking mismatches. James set a screen on the ball. They forced him to switch. Uzan now too small, can't foul him. Tugler comes over to help. He seeks the contact. Now Tugler has 3 fouls and has to sit.
So Tugler to the bench. Javier Francis replaces him. Chance at a 3-point play for Cooper Flagg. And just the measurables. Flagg is 6'9", 205 with a 7'1" wingspan and a 40-inch vertical.
It's kind of unfair.
It feels that way, right?
And on defense, I mean, he's just spectacular on that end as he is on the offensive end.
Cryer with 18, the rest of the team with 18, and the Duke lead is 8.
They're not going to change it, but I would stay at home on Cryer. Don't switch unless you absolutely have to.
Roberts against Malawach. The back end, the spin off, and he missed the floater. Knocked to the outside, claimed by Uzan.
Roberts has developed that counter. Both hands favors the left hook.
James trying to hold his ground.
Good pass.
Does it inside, and Francis with the power jam.
Well, double. Nobody rotated underneath.
Feel like Houston's found a bit of a flow offensively.
And going back to the end of that first half, those threes, I think, got them going, gave them some momentum.
James creating space, but misses
Good hustle.
off the heel. Tracks down the loose ball, offensive rebound, reload. It's Proctor for Flag. Count it.
Nice pass. The dribble drive froze the D, the help side. Nice kick.
47-38. Duke continues to have answers. 16 points to lead the Blue Devils for Cooper Flag. Uzan has a screen from Roberts. Proctor works through it. Roberts now makes his move over Malowacz. He puts it in.
He's great that way, coming back to that right shoulder, isn't he?
And he's attacking Malowacz at 7-2, going right at him.
6 years will do that for you.
Yeah, he's got that baby hook. He always brings energy. Nipple knocks it down.
And some confusion defensively there. They lost track of Knipple there. Great awareness to find him. Doesn't need much space.
Keeps busy, that kid.
He just has beautiful shooting mechanics. 15 for Knipple.
Roberts wants to take over. They can't get it to him.
Hand it off Uzan. Get it back from Cryer. 7 to shoot. Uzan. Shake and bake. Oh, that's nice.
He owned them. A little lingerie on the deck, big fella.
Oh, man.
Woo. Shake and bake and go.
Back to an 8-point game. 13:40 to play in regulation.
Again, the curl.
Love it. Malowacz, catch and kick. James. Off the rim. James got his body in there, and he got pushed from behind by Cryer.
Boy, they are contesting on the glass.
That they are. A lot of great defense in the first half. Great offense here in the second half.
Some really good angles. The Proctor runner. Yeah, fans are animated. This one you might want to put on the highlight reel as well. Cooper Flag. Is he majoring in English? Because he put a little bit of it.
He did. He could do a little bit of everything. You've seen him from day one, right? Pretty much, because you saw him in high school at Mount Verde.
Saw him in high school at Mount Verde. I thought back then what really separated him was his motor. He played hard. He competed on every possession. But the improvement, his skill, his shooting, his decision-making has really been just superior this season.
Our friend Brian Scalabrine worked with him as he was growing up and helped develop his skills.
Nice
Nipples,
pass.
dump it down low. James is open for 2.
They've been moving without the ball extraordinarily well. Bailing out passers.
Well, they know that Houston likes to double team in the post. So they're having that awareness and finding the open man has worked.
Houston has made 10 of its last 12 shots going back to the end of the first half. But somehow the lead keeps getting bigger for Duke. It's 10.
Nice defense.
Knocked away by Brown and an overplay foul.
Pretty good play, I thought. Pretty good. I got it again.
Oh, ref. The ball just keeps finding you.
You know, it's when you're a good shooter.
The ball finds in.
I let it pass it off to my boy.
That's 2 assists already for Raf. Major onions.
Just giving it up early.
He must not be feeling good tonight, you know.
Malik Wilson in for Houston. Cryer has had the hot hand for the Cougars. Jab.
Nice
Good
balance.
defense by Flag.
Absolutely.
Wilson trying to create
Look at
something, and
this.
Flag steps in.
Total.
Flag on the move. Tosses it up. Draws the foul. 2
Total
free
effort.
throws.
Total effort, huh? On this end, knowledge at the rim, just searching out bodies to get to the free throw line.
Well, playing the passing lane right there, getting the steal, and understanding that he's got the size and strength and length. Just attack, seek the contact, and get to the free throw line.
And the 3rd foul on Milo's Uzan. It comes down to this. See Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Only in theaters May 23rd. Cooper Flagg, high flyer, strength, length, fills up the box score.
And should be a senior in high school right now.
That's right, reclassified.
Just in December did he turn 18?
Yes.
18 in late December.
I have socks older than
You have other stuff too. 54-42, droopy drawers. 10 to shoot.
Can't be individual. Automatic switch. You got length on him though.
Uzan off balance. Too strong. Not outside to Proctor.
Defensive set. Watch the trail.
The lead is 12. 12 minutes to play, second half. Flagg going to work. Wants to dance. Cross. Sauce. But missed the floater. Foul call. Free throws coming up for Cooper Flagg. Javier Francis picks up the foul. Houston could be entering the danger zone. Duke up by 12. Cooper Flagg. Yeah, we've seen the full repertoire.
You've seen it all.
Whether it's a three, a dribble split. How about this? Blocking the jump shot. I mean, the kid really is so well-rounded. And then the find, he can do it all.
And Raph, what's impressive, he doesn't force anything. He just makes the right read, the right play, whether it's an open shot, finding his teammate. Great defense.
He's got a little of Hurley and a little of Grant in there. Think of it. I mean, he's really.
Wait, hold on. Let me try to visualize that combination.
I'm trying to visualize that too.
Stick to the play-by-play, please.
Yeah, sorry. I went outside my lane.
No, he does. He's a athletic kid. He's good at the rim. He's good driving. He's good passing. Understands the game.
And he has given Duke a 14-point cushion here in the second half. Sharp over Knippel. Off the mark.
Even there, Knippel, they come up with Knippel.
Dug out of there by Tugler, and it leads to the Sharp shooter for three.
They needed that badly. Knippel did a nice job containing the dribble, too.
That cuts it to 11. Duke has not committed a turnover in the last 20 minutes of game action.
This is a tough match out here, I think, for Roberts, but it opens it up for others.
Proctor, caught by Brown. Diagonal, Proctor. Floats it up.
Nice block.
And Flagg could not finish on the follow.
I think it was Roberts.
It was.
Negated it. This team won't go away, though.
Opportunity here for Houston, trailing 56-45.
So well coached.
Pryor turns the corner. Pull-up jump. Short. Rebound. Put back. Doesn't go for Sharp.
A lot of contact there on that shot by Sharp.
Absolutely.
Flagg with a head of steam.
Look at the strength.
Leans in and puts it off the window.
How about the body search? Take the hit and deliver.
22 for Cooper Flagg. 58-45, Blue Devils. Movement here, they get Cryer involved. Flagg stays at home defensively, 7 to shoot.
Making him use a lot of time, too, on this end.
Uzan, killer crossover, but cannot hit the runner.
And Knippel contains.
And no rush for Duke. We are past the midway point of this second half. Houston at 37% from the field. Duke at 45%. Proctor, ball fake, 9 to shoot. Knippel, the roller, Brown, taken away by Sharp.
Good read.
Houston on the move. Uzan, return feed, Sharp misses on a 3-ball, trying to crash the glass. Tugler couldn't grab. So it's James the other way. Right now, 4-on-4. James, elusive, blocked the second man through. It's Roberts. Jumper, Knippel, no.
Nice find, too. Ooh, we got an injury.
Yeah, Sion James is down.
Boy, with the level of competition I'm amazed there haven't been more of these.
Their athletic trainer, Jose Fonseca, comes over to check on James.
What a nice cross he made.
Roberts making that block.
Ooh.
I think it's the landing,
The back of his head.
It banged on the floor.
Yes.
James is up on his feet.
And a hard foul on the back. Ooh.
Interesting hearing Kelvin talk about him in his days at Tulane, how much he admired and respected him as a player.
And Kelvin made the point that the transfers that they got were not the best players from their respective teams, that they just found guys that fit the role that they were looking for. James from Tulane, Gillis from Purdue, Brown from Syracuse. They were not the leading scorers. They were guys that were going to be happy being a part of the team and the entire Duke mentality. They are taking a look at this.
John Shire nailed it, as you said, in the summer.
After further review, incidental contact, play off the side, going back to 2.
And that was quick.
Incidental, I like that.
Yeah.
And they're right, by the way.
We don't have to throw to Gene. He's out having a burger.
No, he's over there. Don't do that to Gene.
No, he's admired both games, the officiating, the high level.
They've done a great job, fellas. I did have a bite of that burger, Raf. I wasn't ready to swallow it just yet, but, you know, they have done a great job in a quick review, too. Those are great.
I don't want to drop dime, but I also saw a chicken finger in between games for Gene. All the major food groups have been covered.
Well, Gene felt this game would be the tougher of the two to referee.
Yeah, definitely, Raf. I mean, coming out with Houston and the aggressiveness and really Duke just balancing things out and doing it the way they've done it here. I think the guys have done a really good job, though, of keeping this thing where it is. We got to finish strong now.
Duke 58, Houston 45. We're going to hit the 9-minute mark of this second half. Florida took care of business in a close one against Auburn in the first national semifinal.
Again, make them use a lot of clock to get into their sets.
Feed it. Cryer, 7 to shoot.
Nice double up.
Malawach was helping Knipple. Open look. Arsenal off the rim. And another rebound for Knipple.
Tough. What an add-on he is. Goodness.
Knipple has 7 boards. 15 points.
Started the game tough. Continues. Now they can use some clock too.
Proctor. Shot clock winding down. Patience from Duke. Proctor trying to wheel inside, and he does draw the foul.
They've really taken that three-point shot away from him. He's got to put it on the floor.
Yeah, he's not shot it well. Has had some open looks in the first half, but smart right there. Put the ball on the ground, get to the basket. You know Houston's going to be aggressive. Get to the free throw line. Maybe that can get you going.
And that is 4 on Uzan at the 8:17 mark.
I think you just got to go with him, don't you? Although it looks like you got to sell. Well, Roberts might be for up front.
Juwan Roberts back on the floor. He replaces Uzan. Tyrese Proctor was red hot early in this tournament. He couldn't miss from three-point territory. Duke's first and second round games in Raleigh.
Well, you know when you play Houston, you're going to be shooting the ball that well, they're going to recognize it, try and take that away from you.
And Sion James back in. He gets a round of applause from Duke Nation behind the bench.
And picking up full court. So,
and here's a guy that played a lot of zone at Tulane, according to Kelvin.
This matches Duke's largest lead. Houston has gone cold. They've missed 7 of their last 8. Cryer puts an end to the drought.
And Raph, he can make some tough shots there, Cryer, as Tugler. They got tripped up there trying to battle on the glass.
Need some help getting up and get some assistance.
Looked like Gillis got him with his left arm.
They're going to have to look at that too.
We got a timeout. 7:58 remaining. Second half in San Antonio. Our tournament summary: Walter Clayton Jr. 34 points in the national semifinal against Auburn, the most in the Final Four win since 1981. Al Wood with North Carolina. Houston 7th Final Four appearance, and Duke 18.
non-contact technical foul. Any player for the black team will be allowed to shoot 2 free throws, and the black team will be awarded the ball on the baseline with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
So the call from James Breeding, they looked at it during the timeout and determined that it was an escalated foul.
Gillis's left arm right there, making contact with Tugler. Certainly was the right call, but look, a three-pointer made. Now you have 2 free throws and the ball.
91% free throw shooter.
10-point game.
Could be a big possession here for Houston.
Mason Gillis in his 6th year, rugged, team-oriented, brought over because he was a versatile piece. And Cryer misses on the 2nd attempt. But Houston will have possession. 7:58 mark of this second half. 10-point game.
This could be a big trip.
Cryer gets it in for Sharp.
Right on the catch on these deep shooters. Got to get in the gap and find somebody.
Cryer off balance.
Pretty.
Puts it in.
And Ralph, a lot of contact there too.
Absolutely. Big trip they made.
Houston #1 in the country this season in points allowed, 58.3. They've given up 59 to Duke with 7.5 to go. Flag. Hard drive. Goes to that left hand. It rims out. 8-point game. Cryer using the screen. Trying to fake out Knipple, and he loses the ball. It was nearly kicked by Kelvin Sampson.
We're going to let him do our soccer promo.
Oh, yeah, we could go back to UEFA.
Yeah. Just a little too much here.
Oh, no, it was kicked by Knipple right there.
Was.
That was interesting. It definitely hit Knipple's foot.
And they just saw it, too.
And I think
On their
that's
iPad.
what Kelvin Sampson and his son Kellen Sampson are telling the officials right now.
Can't review it.
So Duke gets it back. We approach 7 minutes to play. Screen, Malawach. Proctor. No good. Malawach. Contact with Tugler. Foul on the Duke big. That's his 2nd.
Boy, couldn't get a better look for an outstanding shooter, too.
That is just the 4th team foul against John Shire's squad. Houston was in the Final Four in 2021. In Indianapolis, lost to Baylor, the eventual champion, 78-59.
Where they've been realigning the outside shoot. They got to go inside either with the dribble or the catch.
Cryer, deep range. It bounces off.
Big rebound in traffic.
And it's James who clears the space. 6.5 to go. And John Shire will take a timeout.
Good one, too. A lot of tired guys in white shirts.
James is still grabbing the back of his head. Duke's got an 8-point lead with possession when we come back. All right, let's check out our game summary. Shooting numbers, Duke has come down a bit. Houston went through a rough patch. Paint points, 24-12 Duke. And the turnovers, just 4 of them for the Blue Devils. Well, Houston, they've been on this stage before. 7th appearance in the Final Four, and they have the most Final Four appearances without a national championship. Hakeem Olajuwon, maybe the dream will be realized this year for the Cougars.
You ever throw the shake at you? Did you ever get switched to him?
Are you asking me or?
Yeah,
Which one?
He's been shaky most of his life.
Yeah, I was matched up with a guard, not Hakeem.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I got a little bit of that shake back in the day. What a great player he was. Wow.
And still #1 on the all-time blocks list in NBA history.
Incredible.
Nice screen.
Flag doesn't take the 3. Instead, spin, fade. In and out. It was halfway down. Rebounded by Cryer. 8-point game.
And a lot of pressure on the guards here of Houston. Can't simulate anything in the lane. There you go.
Fake it, Tugler.
Nice pass.
Roberts gets inside for 2.
And what a great set ball movement there. And I love the big-to-big passing on the interior.
Nice flash to that elbow.
And an 8-0 run. So we've got a 6-point game. This was the disparity at halftime. Knipple gives it up for Flag.
Nice use of the flare.
2-man game. Knipple kick. Proctor extra. James on the baseline. Turns it over.
I thought Proctor passed up an open 3 to swing it to the corner there, but ramping up the defense. James driving. The help side coming. Cryer getting that hand in there off of the knee there of James. Once again, the college game all about momentum. Houston has found it.
Going the other way.
Uzan is back in. He's playing with 4 fouls. 59-53 Duke.
What a great set they ran, as you noted, Grant. Got to go inside again, I think. Turn and go.
Roberts will go. Oh, missed it.
Look at
Off
the
heel. Offensive rebound. Tugler is fouled.
Now Duke was double teaming Uzan way out on the perimeter there with both Malawach and Cooper Flag. Right there, Roberts able to get to the rim, missed the layup, but the effort, multiple efforts there. Tugler drawing a foul. Now Malawach has to go out.
That is number 3 on Kaman Malawach.
Houston does not get tired, by the way.
No.
They exhaust you.
Well, if you watch practice, they go hard.
That is the 15th foul against Duke. Get it in. Sharp, aggressive, hangs. The follow goes. It's Tugler.
A nice little follow by the forward.
We've got a 4-point game, just under 5 minutes to play. 10-0 Cougars run.
We talked earlier about Duke being in close games. Haven't been in many this year.
Proctor, kick, Flag. Ball fake.
What a close.
He'll drive, he'll fend off. Didn't have the angle off the window.
They're going the other way.
A foul called as Tugler ends up on his backside.
And give credit to Roberts. Roberts taking the challenge defensively on Cooper, making him stay on the perimeter, using that physicality to guard him.
The foul against Malik Brown. Right now, let's take a look from our AT&T connected cam.
Raft, both guys on the offensive glass there. That's Houston Cougar basketball. Chipping away at this lead.
Uzan.
Empty side ball screen.
4:24 to go. Uzan, a series of fakes. Kick for Cryer. Timer is down to 10. He's got a screen from Tugler. Cryer now sharp in the area. Shot clock at 4, at 3. Pull up. Off the rim, no. And rebound controlled by Flag.
Too much dribbling, I thought.
But Duke has hit a scoring drought.
I love how Roberts likes to take the best guy out here. He is a gamer.
They have 1 point in the last 6.5 minutes. They double Flag.
Nice ball fake.
He's going to take it in. And a foul is called.
Had that open look if he wanted it, didn't he?
I like the inverted screen and roll there.
Coming down to the wire. Duke clinging to a 4-point advantage. Game reset. Each team with 6 fouls. Possession arrow to Houston. Duke will be shooting free throws after the foul was called on Roberts.
Pressure on the perimeter defense of Duke because the guards are just taking over at this end, other than that little flash to the high post.
Well, we talked about it, Houston. They really are an isolation team. Their guards are confident, they're capable, and they have willed this team back into the game.
Tyrese Proctor, native of Sydney, Australia. Came out of the NBA Global Academy, will shoot free throws at the 3:44 mark.
You mentioned earlier, he shot 64% in the NCAA, averaging 17 points, so he's a big contributor.
He was 13 of 16 from three-point territory in the first 2 rounds. 3 of 9 entering action tonight in the last 2 rounds from 3. Second one for Proctor, the junior. Another one who reclassified to come to Duke a year early. 2 out of 2. Duke up by 6.
Yeah, he's got big responsibility with Cryer. Orange set to a high-low.
Uzan, he draws Brown, the big. Now it's Roberts against James, the guard. Bumping bodies. Roberts turns, and it rims out. Flack couldn't grab it.
Oh, they're going the other way with it.
Last touch by Houston.
And how about the strength of James? It's like a tree trunk. He couldn't move him when he was trying to back him down there. Looked like.
Oh, yeah, they're right. They're right.
Tugler,
Second hand.
No field goals in the last 7+ minutes for Duke, but they lead by 6. We're going to hit 3 minutes to play.
He can get it going, Proctor.
Proctor
Nice
off the double, roll, kick, flag, bottom!
What a find and a relocate.
Whew. Big one for Cooper Flag.
Pass up a good one for a great one.
25 points, 7 rebounds. It's a 9-point Blue Devils lead. Knocked away from Cryer, retrieves it with 10 to shoot. He draws Flag. Wanted to step back jumper, just couldn't get his feet set.
Under 4.
Uzan lines it up. Off the rim, no. Tugler offensive board. Reload, Sharp. Sidestep, jumper, no good.
Look at this hustle.
Cryer goes down to get it. We're down to 2:18 to play. Spin move. Blocked. Denied by Flag. He went up the pole.
The total package. What a read. What support. Knipple did his end of the job. Contest, but look from the rear. The deuce is loose.
That is the 3rd block of the night for Cooper Flag. We have 2:15 left. And Duke up by 9. 12 seconds to work with here for Houston. Uzan. He's going to go long and trapped down by Sharp.
Excellent D on the inbounds, too.
They got to work quickly here. 5 to shoot. Sharp, little stutter step, takes it inside for the deuce.
How about the blow by there? Like a little tired, I think, Grant.
I think he was trying to play him on that 3-point attempt. Strong drive there by Sharp.
1:50 to go. Duke leads by 7. James with Uzan. Give it up. Proctor, drive.
Boy,
he lost it.
He may have carried that just before, right?
Never had control of it there on that curl screen. Trying to get to
You're right.
Yeah.
And that is 6 turnovers now for Duke. 1.5 minutes to play. Sharp is met and clubbed by Brown.
Wow. And Sharp is so smart and so physical off. Yeah, he's so strong. He just kind of ran there right into Brown. Brown trying to reach out, get into the passing lane. So smart play by Sharp. Stopping the clock, get to the free throw line.
And free throws, there's a large differential. Duke is 15 of 19. Houston is 6 of 10. Sharp cans the first. 88% at the line. 6-point game, 1 more to go for Sharp. And now Malawach will check back in. He is part of this group. Duke is the tallest team in the country. We've not seen Gumba since the early going.
Remember he fell too, maybe that's part of it.
Brown has played so well.
2 out of 2 for Sharp.
Quick timeout, Houston.
1:27 to play. Getting into crunch time in a 5-point game. Houston has won 17 in a row, the longest active winning streak in the nation, just ahead of Duke, who has won 15 in a row.
Extending the floor now, not known for their full court pressure. I think it'll be straight up, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, but they have Tugler on the ball. His length and foot speed. They try to trap the first pass that's inbounded.
Sion James trying to work the baseline. He's going to take the timeout.
1 to go. Kelvin wants a 5-second call.
1 left for John Shire and Duke. They're up by 5. Houston has 2 timeouts remaining. Duke with 1. Blue Devils in front, 64-59 with 1:27 on the clock.
And you got flag on the floor, some sort of a screen for him, throw the ball high to him.
And now you got to assume you're going to get fouled. You got to be strong with the ball, meet every pass if you're Duke.
James tries to bounce it to flag. There's contact and a foul called.
Had his arm around.
And in that case, you don't need to foul on that right there. He's in the corner.
Perfect.
You got Tugler coming over for a trap. Let him catch it. Certainly that arm was on him as he was attempting to catch that pass.
It's number 2 on Emmanuel Sharp. It's a 1-and-1 here for Cooper Flag.
83%. Something quick for Houston now, too. Get into their sets. They have a little trouble getting late into the shot clock.
Flag is 6 of 6 tonight at the free throw line. 25 points, 7 rebounds. Gets the roll.
Coach looks like he's still coaching.
It was that same look.
Well, you know he is.
It's that look.
He's coaching inside his brain, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
He took a peek at you. He had bad thoughts, I think.
I think he was looking at you, man. 2 out of 2 for Flag. 66-59 Duke.
You're right. They got to go quick here.
Yeah.
Screen, Roberts, switch. Sharp has the big. Fake drive. It doesn't go, but a whistle.
Wow.
And Sharp is going to go to the free throw line for a pair.
Well, you got to clean up that rebound. Malawach with a nice read and get to the point of attack as well.
And that's 4 on Malawach.
And once again, Sharp just puts his head down. So strong attack. He's got Malawach and Cooper Flag and just seeking contact. It looked like on the windup there.
Yes.
As Malawach was trying to block the shot. That's where he fouled him.
They felt Flag was clean, and it was Malawach called for the foul. It rims in for Emmanuel Sharp. 6-point game.
We always talk about Roberts. This kid's had a lot of toughness about him, too. Not afraid to search and contact.
Native of Tampa, Florida. And he knocks down a pair. He has scored the last 6 points for the Cougars.
Boy, I would grab the...
he
reached it over. Yeah.
Reached
technical.
across.
Yeah, that's a technical.
So Sion James trying to inbound it. Tugler trying to defend it and made contact with the ball. A technical foul.
Wow.
You can't do that. Gene's territory.
Most definitely, and you see him reaching over the plane. The ball is in the court, then he can. But at this point, defense is reaching through the plane, knocking the ball out. Pretty easy call, technical foul.
They're going to check it anyhow, Jane?
Yeah, I think they will, just to put a stamp on it. Ralph,
Right.
But yeah.
Well, he didn't have to do it either. They were having trouble getting organized on the inbound pass.
Yeah, Kelvin Sampson went down to his knees after the call, having a conversation with JoJo Tugler, who he just went on and on about the season he's had, the improvement that he's made, the things they can do. He's a special defensive player. His recovery from one action to the ball, he said, is elite. I've never seen anything like it. His instincts.
He told us to look up one of the plays during the season, right?
That's right.
That Tugler came and foul line in to negate an opportunity.
Was it the Baylor game that he mentioned?
I think it was.
Yeah. Right now, the officials are just taking a look. James Breeding.
After review, it's been ruled that black number 11 touched the ball while it was out of bounds in the thrower end. That is a Class B technical foul. Any player on the white team can shoot the ball. One shot,
Yeah,
white
so
team
no
ball
foul
out of bounds with the privileges to run the baseline.
What foul?
So it happens at the 1:14 mark. Houston had cut it to 5. They had put pressure on Duke to the point where they had to take a timeout. Knipple 92% at the free throw line.
Why not pick him?
So now a 6-point lead for the Blue Devils.
They've had trouble cutting, presenting themselves, running through the pass.
Collectively, Duke has gone 18 of 22 at the line. James gets it in. Knipple back for James. 1:09 to go. Houston not fouling.
No, they're going to play this one out, surprisingly.
And Duke is more than happy to use as much clock as possible. We are under a minute to play now. Shot clock is down to 10. James on a switch now has Uzan.
You do not want to foul now.
Knipple, drive. Knipple denied by Tugler. Houston comes up with a defensive stand. 6-point game. 42 seconds to go.
No threes, no fouls. You're thinking if you're Duke.
Sharp loses his footing. Uzan now with 35 seconds left. Sharp, the jumper. He's got it.
Wow. How about that?
Houston cuts it to 3 with 32.4 to go.
Woo, man. He slipped the screen right there. Sharp with the great hit, fake, and three-pointer. Houston, wow.
Emmanuel Sharp has scored the last 9 points for Houston. This is a one-possession game with 32.4 to play. Each team has a timeout remaining. Each team with 8 fouls.
I think you got to come with a different set, Grant, offensively to get the ball in bounds. And I'm sure they'll be big on the ball.
Yeah, I think you put Tugler back on the ball. You force Duke to catch it in the corner. Try to get a hard trap and maybe a steal. And if not, if you're Houston, then you have to foul.
The possession arrow is in Houston's favor if they tie up Duke.
And Tugler was hurting in that timeout with his back. He might not be as mobile. This is a different look right now. You better sprint hard and run through the ball.
James working the baseline, trying to get it in. Knocked away.
Now this is you're locked into your position now on this one. This is a lot harder to inbound the ball. You can't run the baseline.
It gives them a fresh 5 seconds. 31.4 on the clock.
He wants to check it out.
He wants him to check. He thought that was a 5-second count. Kelvin Sampson wanting the officials to review that. It was close.
I think he's going to check to see if it was who hit the ball out, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, they can't check the 5-second count.
So Sion James, the trigger man. The ball was knocked out of bounds as he was trying to feed it, and he was walking a tightrope on the 5 seconds.
And Kelvin really wanted the timeout, even if he doesn't get what he wants.
For out of bounds and timing.
So it's a combination, out of bounds and timing. All right, Gene, take us through what the officials are going to be looking at.
Well, naturally, we're looking to see who's last to touch, and then with timing, with James Breeding said, I think clearly it looks to me right there with that shot that it's off Houston. And then they're looking at timing. We were 32-4 when they inbounded the basketball. We're 31-4 right now. So look, tenths matter right now. So they're going to go through every piece of this and make sure it's right.
Yeah, he was trying to feed it to Flag. It's Sharp who got his hand in there.
And Bert, just to jump, it looks discombobulated too as we check the timing out.
Ooh.
Barely. Wow, he gets that off barely.
But did you notice 2 men in the same area? Yeah, they're really out of joint, pounding and cutting.
Yeah, it wasn't an organized set there for Duke.
The other thing, Grant, they've got 3 in front of us the last time. It's a long sprint, too.
Yes.
It's got to be like a bang, step back to the ball.
After review, the call on the floor of white basketball stands. The clock will be adjusted to 31.8 seconds, the time in which the ball hit out of bounds.
So they will add 0.4 of a second, 31.8. This is what Houston is all about. Tough, suffocating defense and putting teams in uncomfortable positions.
And they're going to do it again, but Tugler on the basketball, locked in position. And everybody down here. Got to vacate.
Yeah, look for someone on Duke possibly to go long here.
Even though it drags
tough.
somebody, even if you don't throw it.
Right.
67-64, Duke in front. They're trying to get to the finish line.
Face guarding, automatic switching.
The toss in by James. Floated upstairs, knocked away, claimed by Sharp. Wilson goes back, he fires. No good, slammed down. It's Tugler, and he cuts it to 1. 25 seconds to play.
How about that weak side rebound?
James, bounce, Knipple. Proctor will get it across.
Gotta give it.
And he does. 20 seconds left. Wilson fouls him.
How about the organization by Houston?
Are you serious?
They just
Grabbing on D.
never packed the tack, these kids. Proctor at 65.
He is 3 of 4 at the line. 7 points. He has not shot it well in the NCAA tournament.
I would get off the left, step in now.
It's a 1-and-1. No good! Flag got his hand on it.
Oh, he got flag over the top.
It is. And now it's going to be 1-and-1 for Houston with 19.6 to play.
Wow. What a change of events. That's a play on to me.
I agree.
I mean, he was being screened out. Wow.
So it will be the 6th-year senior, Juwan Roberts, to the free throw line with his team down by 1.
After all the contact all evening, I thought that was just a play on.
62% on the season. 19 foul against Duke.
And you got to be ready to squeeze if you're Duke, and obviously a slapback or a grab if you're Houston.
19.6 on the clock. Deep breath for Roberts. Tie game.
How about this kid?
Almost fitting. Him being on the free throw line for Kelvin Sampson and the Houston Cougars.
Father-son relationship these two have.
Second one for Juwan Roberts.
Kelvin wants to back it off this time.
This one's for the lead. It's good. A 13-3 run over the last 2 minutes. They enter it to James.
Timeout.
Shire takes the timeout with 17.2. What a turnaround.
Absolutely no backing off. Testimony to diligence every single day they're in the gym.
And the toughness, the mental and physical toughness, just when you thought they were down, staying in the game, making plays offensively, getting stops, not giving up. That's Kelvin Sampson's basketball team at its best.
This 7-0 run over the last 15 seconds. And the pendulum has swung. It is now Duke down by 1.
It is now, Flag has to be the decision maker, I think. Knipple has to be active, whether the flare screen, the baseline bumps. You've got to initiate some contact, whoever ends up with it, I think.
I agree. I think, look, get the ball in Flag's hands. He's your best player. He's the guy that's made this all work. Clear out a side and let him go to work. If I'm John Shire, he has the ball in his hands, and if I'm Flag, I'm shooting it.
He's the best player, but if he doesn't have a good shot, he'll find somebody too. That's the alternative.
No timeouts left for Duke.
I would bet Roberts plays flag for that very reason.
And maybe watch a screen. They've done these inverted screens that Houston has struggled with. Maybe force a switch. Now you get a smaller guy on flag and he can operate.
And also you got to think of offensive rebound if you get a good look.
Legends and legacy are built in these kinds of moments. Houston 68, Duke 67. 17 seconds to play. The winner goes to the national championship.
And Roberts on flag.
Get it in, Knippel. 15 seconds left. Now it's flag. Makes his move. Flag. Back in. Flag. Short. Rebounded by Houston.
Foul, you got a foul. Got a foul.
3.4 when they called the foul. There's 2.5, and Houston is in the driver's seat.
Got a great look. This turnabout is absolutely extraordinary.
And look at the personal challenge defensively. Roberts making life difficult. Great contest. Cooper got a good look, but then also getting the rebound there. Great contest without fouling. And I'll tell you, this Cougar team here, sensational effort here down the stretch.
They are going to go to the monitor to check on the timing. I felt like they blew the whistle with about 3.3 or 3.4, and then some time came off the clock. It's currently at 2.5.
But just their pressure, full court, got them going. Obviously making some big threes, big follows, and excellence on the defensive end.
Well, they disrupt your rhythm, and they just wear you down. But I agree. It was actually a good look. Cooper flag in the paint.
Right here, giving it right away.
3.8, 3.5 maybe?
Somewhere in that area. Clearly not 2.5.
Of course, for Houston, you got L.J. Cryer on the line, 91%. It's the guy you want shooting these free throws.
But tonight, he is 2 of 4.
Houston has one timeout if he makes it to set it up.
After review, the game clock will be set to 3.7 seconds, time at which the foul was recognized.
3.7. Houston up by 1. But that was the 10th team foul against Duke, so it's 2 free throws here for Cryer.
I would look for Kelvin to call the timeout if he makes this one, just to get them organized.
Houston leads by 2. Duke has no timeouts remaining. Second one for Cryer. So poised.
See if they inbound, trap, and maybe give it.
If Houston, do you foul right away on the pitch?
Long one. James, knocked away. Knippel, back outside. Proctor tosses it up. It's no good. The dream remains alive for the Houston Cougars. A furious comeback to knock off Duke and advance to the national championship game. 70-67. Incredible rally. Emmanuel Sharp is the one who galvanized them. And then others chipped in. Tugler, Cryer. It's over in San Antonio, and the national championship is set. It's going to be Houston and Florida for the national title.
One of the most impressive comebacks I've ever seen.
Incredible.
And a total team effort, like you said, Ian.
And what hurt the most was the inability against the press to do any damage. Get it in, get it up the floor, and get a good look.
We have a historic Final Four, and we just saw a historic comeback. And March sadness for Duke and their fan base. Kelvin Sampson, they've done it again.
He's been knocking on the door for a long time. His kids believed. Their actions were just extraordinary on both ends of the floor.
An 11-1 run over the last minute 14 to win it. Houston's 7th appearance of the Final Four. They're gunning for the national title. Over to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot, Coach. You came over and you said, heck of a game. 11-1 run to end this. How would you describe the resiliency of your team down the stretch there?
You know, no one ever loses at anything as long as you don't quit. Now, when you quit, then I don't care if you've lost. Our thing in our timeouts tonight, we've been here before. It's not like we were down 20. It's not like we were playing great. We felt like if we could get it close enough to put some game pressure on them, then something good could happen. But all the credit, all the glory goes to God, and all the credit goes to these unbelievable young men I get to coach. I'm so blessed I get to coach these kids.
You talk about these kids. You've talked all season long about the experience factor. A guy like this, Juwan, what they did down the stretch, how lucky is it to have these guys on your team in these moments?
Well, it's lucky to have them, but it's not lucky that they do what they do, because that's work. They trust their work. They trust their teammates. You know, I hear what people say. You know, Duke this, Duke that. Duke's great. John Shire is awesome, but don't sleep on Houston. Don't sleep on Houston. We weren't 34-4 playing in the Toy Poodle League. We were 19-1 in the Big 12. Playing in the Big 12 helped us. Shout out to my Big 12 brethren, Coach Brett Yormark, and all the great coaches in the Big 12.
Well, you're headed to a national championship game on Monday. I want to talk to this guy right now. And LJ said, don't sleep on Houston. What is it about this team, how you guys were able to come up clutch and never give up throughout this one?
I mean, we're just resilient. You know, when we had a game like this early in the year, the Kansas game, this reminded me of that game. So, you know, it's never over. As long as there's time on the clock, we got to continue to fight. So we kept believing and we got it done.
How does it sound, guys, that you are headed to a national championship game on Monday night against the Florida Gators?
Man, make some noise, man. Make some noise.
I am back to you.
So here we are. Florida and Houston will play for the national championship. It may not be Phi Slamma Jamma, but it is fun. What they do on the defensive end, and this is a much better offensive team than people have given them credit for. As consistent a program in the country right now, the Houston Cougars. For Bill Raftery, Grant Hill, Tracy Wolfson, Gene Steratore, our producer Ken Mack, director Mark Grant, Ian Eagle saying so long from San Antonio. We'll send you to our studio inside March Madness presented by Buick. It's coming up right after these messages. The national championship Monday night on CBS.